So for weeks, Ferguson has been in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons, but there has been some good that has come out of the sad situation. One of those things is the conversation that we're having in our communities about what to do next to better our situation. While some have focused on what can be done about external forces like the police, and we certainly need that, I like to focus on the internal ones, like what we can do and what we can control, because clearly there's more that we can do because we need to do better. Now, in moments like these, there's always a spirited debate within our communities, and some focus on the oppressor or oppression, while others look inwardly to see what we can do to liberate ourselves from the oppression that we cause in our own communities. Now, some may see the two situations as not related, but I disagree. And before I tell you why, let me also say that I believe in this life, there's a lot that we cannot control. I accept that things may happen to me beyond my control, but I can and should be responsible for what I can control, which is how I act or sometimes react to a situation. I believe that based on our actions, we can demand that others deal with us with the same level of respect that we have for ourselves, and that we encourage and allow others to disrespect us when we disrespect ourselves, each other, and our community. Now, don't get me wrong, I totally agree that we need to confront the larger issues that we face in our community, and when situations like Mike Brown happens, I totally understand that we need to mobilize and stand up for justice. But for some of those folks fighting the good fight to think it's not the time to discuss issues within our own communities that are caused by us or allowed by us is simply short-sighted to me. This is the perfect time. You see, if we took that same passion that people are feeling right now and could sustain it and actually address some of the issues that we can control, these incidences would happen less likely. And when they did, there would be more people to mobilize in that same effort for justice. What if I told you there was one thing that we could do that would dramatically improve our community, but that one thing, here's a catch, had to be done by everybody in that community? And what if you only had to do that one thing maybe once every other year, and maybe it would take you an hour or two to do? There's a saying that goes, a voteless people is a hopeless people. You see, if we all voted in local elections, we have a say in the people that represent our communities, like the mayor, which would also give us a say in the type of police that we have in our communities because he hires them. Take it a step further. If we took an hour a month to go to a community meeting, stay involved and engaged or volunteer, we'd see a marked improvement from that as well. We're talking about maybe 12 to 14 hours a year to make a difference in your community if everybody did that. What if there was an ice bucket challenge for that? I'm not even talking about national elections. I'm simply talking about local ones. By getting involved in your local government, you have a direct influence in the things that affect your daily lives, like school, police, property taxes. If instead of always reacting to situations like these, maybe if we were already involved in the first place, we'd be able to avoid situations like these. And to me, that's said nicely. I want to thank my guest, Catherine Bernard, for joining me. We had a great conversation. Make sure you check her out if you're in the ATL. I want to thank you, the guest, for tuning in. Unfortunately, we won't be back next week. We'll be back the week after that, September 9th. Of course, it's Labor Day weekend, so make sure you enjoy Labor Day weekend. And get your white wearing in, right? Because I think you're not supposed to wear it after Labor Day. Anyways, we'll be back. Like I said, September 9th. It's been my pleasure. I'm your host, Nick Nice. This is the Nick Nice Show. I'll see you then. But until then, remember, be easy, but most importantly, be nice with it.